Joining me now is Fox News chief political analyst Brit Hume. Brit, good evening. Your assessment, you heard the Finnish president and what has transpired over the past couple of days, which really, to his words, seems to be a game changer.
Well, it certainly is a switch from the position that President Trump earlier took with regard to Ukraine's prospects in the war with Russia. You'll recall, and you actually played the clip earlier where he was saying to President Zelensky, you remember back in February, that Ukraine had no cards to play. And he's at times has accused Zelensky and Ukraine of starting the war. He's changed his tune completely, and now he says not only that they can win the war and drive Russia out of the territory it has conquered since the invasion. That is a strikingly different thing to say, and he's now belittling Russia's military power as a military operation that has failed to gain any significant ground in quite some time. At the same time, though, Brett, I think it's worth noting that what he is talking about happening now, apart from selling weapons through NATO, which costs the United States nothing and might even make money to the United States, is not anything new here. You know, there's been talk of new sanctions on Russia. There's been talk about kicking them out of the international banking system, secondary sanctions against China, perhaps. There are some against India. But beyond that, the president didn't really promise to do anything. He's just changed his tune about the possible outcome of the war.
And changed his tune about Vladimir Putin, who, is it fair to say, Britt, you think kind of embarrassed President Trump because he went so far to try to get a diplomatic deal, and then those attacks escalated exponentially from Alaska on?
That's exactly right, Brett. I mean, I think he had almost a man crush on Vladimir Putin, and his affinity for him, which I thought was peculiar to start with, went on for years and lasted well into this administration and up right into the meeting up in Alaska, in which he greeted him quite warmly and called him by his first name and all the rest of it. But I think he's soured on him now, and I think these recent attacks on not attacks but incursions into NATO countries has further soured him. And so I think that the friendship there, if there really ever was one, is over. And it certainly could change the course of all of this. But bear in mind, the president has really kind of left it up to Europe for the next steps. He won't impose any new sanctions and so on unless Europe goes first. He sort of, at the end of his comment on Truth Social, which was, as you mentioned, quite notable, he said, good luck to everybody.
Right.
So it's not entirely clear how much has changed.
Clearly, the Finnish president has a sense that President Trump is the linchpin here to get this all over the finish line. But we will see the finish line. There you go. Britt, thank you very much.
You bet. Thanks, Brett.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.